Hello everybody, I'm Kaylee. Welcome to my channel. I look a little crazy right now. I'm not going out with this headband in, but I needed to keep the hair out of my face because I thought today I would do like a get ready with me type video just to talk. We can talk about, a few people have asked me about some of my tattoos. A few people have asked about my kids, so I figured I would just talk and do my makeup, and that would be kind of my day today. So if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If you haven't been here before, thanks for finding me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you hear noises outside of my door, I have 4 dogs, 2 cats, 2 kids. So it's a little crazy out there when you open the doors. So right now the dogs, they stay downstairs, so usually you'll just hear them bark. The cats will actually like play and like act crazy. They're both kittens across. Sometimes they'll even run into the doors. Of course the kids will come in and out, or they'll knock, or they'll fight, or need things, items. But I've got them settled for right now with their breakfast and TV, and I tried to calm the cats down with the same breakfast and but they're still going crazy. But anyways, just thought I'd give a little explanation for anybody who hasn't been here before, because we just ignore the noises around here because there's really nothing I can do about it. So I actually haven't done much to my face today. I used my, it's actually this PMD, and I use it to put on, to wash my face and put on oils. It's got 3 different settings, so it vibrates. I don't know if you can hear it. This sounds weird, but it vibrates, and then it goes faster, and then it pulsates. And then it pulsates faster, so it's got 4. So I got this actually off of BoxyCharm's website. So I don't know if you know, but if you get BoxyCharm or Ipsy, they have like pop-up sales where you'll get items that came in the boxes discounted if you're a member. So this retails for $99.99. This is the boxing it came in. And on Ipsy's store, they had it for $49.99, and I was still like, I mean, if it's not going to work, I don't want to spend $50 if I don't like it. So then I saw it on BoxyCharms, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you it was under under $25. So I think it was $24.99. But I, of course, jumped at the chance to get it then because, I mean, that's like 75% off normally, and I've heard great things about them. But I'm telling you, if you can get it on sale, it's great. Oh, there's a cat hair on it. It's washable. There's still water on it from where I just washed it. But I'm going to go ahead and put on my moisturizer with it and kind of show you, like, I don't know, just what it does. But I honestly really like it. I feel like with all the oils and everything, that is important for it to get deep into the skin. I've been having some really bad breakouts underneath. This part looks great, and then when you look up, I have it's the masks, dude. Like, I'm all for wearing them. I am a I'm gonna put a little bit more up here. I'm a little dry in the T-zone. I'm all for wearing masks. I think everybody should. I'm not against them, but they are breaking this girl out. Alright, so I put the little dabs of lotion. I might have put a little bit more than I usually use just because I wanted to massage for a minute, but you just go in like a circular motion, and it just rubs it in. It's really nice. It's relaxing. And I honestly feel like the product is really getting into where it needs to. I've also used this for some of the masks, especially like the Glow Addict. I think it's the fruit one that I've tried, the berry. That stays on your skin. It says you can pat in the extra and everything afterwards, or even sheet masks. A lot of them will just say to pat in the excess serum. So I honestly use this and just rub in the excess after I do a mask. And it's not only soothing, but I feel like it gets the product in every little crevice of my face. Okay. And then you have to go through all of them and turn off. So the bristles are really soft. It's like silicone, I think it's what it's. Yeah, the beauty of silicone. So it says it's supposed to be anti-aging if you use it enough. Or it's supposed to help with anti-aging. It is supposed to help get the product inside the pores. So yeah, there's that. And I use the Tatcha, the Dewy Skin. And now I'm going to use the Murad Renewing Eye Cream for my eyes. So I have two little girls, and they are 10 months apart. So they are called Irish twins. I had them both in the same year, so 2014, because we were crazy apparently. They are best friends, but they can also be, each other's worst friends, enemies, I guess. I don't know, they're so close that with everything going on, I am so grateful and blessed to have both of them because they have, I haven't been letting them see their friends. I haven't been letting them do anything, really. And so I feel like them having each other has been absolutely fantastic. But it's also, when they were younger, it was really, really hard. I mean, when I was trying to breastfeed my first child, my milk dried up because I got pregnant 4 weeks after her, and then I couldn't breastfeed my oldest for as long as I wanted to. I also had really hard problems with that. And then just both of them, a 1-year-old needing attention, I felt kind of guilty that I didn't give her enough time by herself. I don't regret anything. I would totally do it again. But it's just, there were some pros and cons of having them together. I will say that my youngest learned really fast, faster than normal to do certain things because she watched her sister. But I will say my oldest wanted to use her sippy and her bottles and her passy and stuff way longer because her sister was doing it. So, I mean, there were pros and cons with having them so close, but they are amazing little girls. They are so different. My youngest is a big tomboy. She loves Spider-Man, and she loves, she's a little rough and tumbly. She's loves her video games. And then my oldest is my cheerleader. She loves anything pretty, bows, makeup. She actually said she's saving up. She wants to get another makeup eyeshadow palette, which I just thought was so cute. But yes, so those are my babies. I named one of them Charlie. For my husband is Charles, so he didn't get his little boy from me. I do have a stepson who is going to be 16 this year, but he's only at our house a few times a week, and he wasn't a junior. So my husband really wanted a junior. He didn't get a junior, but we kind of made it work with my Charlie Ann. The oldest one's name is Austin Willow. So I wanted Willow because my grandfather who passed away, his name was William, and I wanted something similar. My husband liked it for the willow trees and nature. And then Austin, we just went through so many names, and we could not find a name that worked. I mean, you don't realize how many people you really, really hate until you name a baby. You hate a lot of people, or you dated a lot of people, or that reminds you of something bad, or... Whew. So there was a song, I really, really liked, a country song, and it was about Austin, and when I heard that song, I was like, I want a little girl named Austin. I love that, and my husband liked it too, so that's how we got my oldest daughter's name. So that's a little bit about my babies. I'm going to go ahead, and now that I feel like this is dried, I'm going to... Oh, I dropped the mic. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and prime real fast. So I'm going to use my Creme yellow primer. But today I am going to work. And and my kids go to my mom's when I work. I'm very lucky to have her close by. And with the virus and everything going on, we are super careful. I'm super careful at work. But everybody, my parents don't really go out. And my siblings aren't allowed at the house if they've been anywhere within the past 2 weeks, honestly. So I feel very lucky to have my mother and father so close and to help with my kids. I honestly, my mom is the best thing ever, best person ever. I don't know if, I know I could have done it without her, but I wouldn't have wanted to. She helped. I mean, she was in the labor room. She was in the room with me when I went into labor. She was the main person who helped me with everything. She babysits the kids. She goes by the name Mimi. My dad is Mimi and Yu. But she's absolutely the best Mimi I think I could have asked for my kids. My husband has his mother is Meemaw, and she's wonderful as well. But my mom doesn't work, and Meemaw did, so my mom was able to be there a little bit more for me when I was pregnant. And my husband worked a lot too. So I'm taking the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation in 3.30. And I'm using a Docolor brush, and I'm kind of placing it into the skin more so than like rubbing it. I'll rub it in a few places to blend a little bit, but I definitely want to like push it into all these crevices of these. See how it's starting to cover it up? I do really recommend this foundation. It is great. But like I was saying with my mom, she's just been there for me for everything since I've had the kids. And I just couldn't thank her enough. But I am going to work today, and I will sweat and be gross. Fridays, usually we have the least amount of help, so it is the day that I'm usually in the kitchen helping more than other days. But I have been with this company for about, I don't know, I left one time to go bartend and stuff, and then I came back. So all in all, like 11 years I've been there. So I know how to pretty much do most of the stuff there. I know a lot of the people, a lot of the regulars, and I do I do like it. Obviously, I'm still there. So the concealer I'm using is the Jeffree Star Concealer in C3. So I'm just going to put some on some of my problem spots. I only put a few dots underneath my eyes. I don't put a bunch. I put a little bit on my forehead to brighten because I push it out. And then I put a little bit down here on these lines. And I'm actually going to use the same brush that has a little bit of foundation on it and kind of press that in so it kind of blends a little bit more. So it doesn't stand out too much. And I know Jeffree Star, there's a lot of like controversy with him as a person, and I'm not saying that I agree with anything or everything he stands for or has done by using his makeup. I actually bought these products a little bit before all that happened anyways, but regardless, his products are good. I've never had any problems with any Jeffree Star products, honestly. All of them I've been very happy with. And I know that that's like not what some of you all want to hear because you don't really, because you don't really like him, but sorry guys. The product does really work, and I do just want something that works, and I do try out all products, especially if they are products that you all are interested in, and honestly, people are very interested in his products. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. powder. So I know some of you all have asked me about my like tattoos. I have quite a few. I got this one done actually in my house. Somebody came to my house. It's not perfect. There's actually a hole in it from, I won't lie, I used to go to bars quite a lot, too often, honestly, if you ask me. And I got burnt by a cigarette right after I got this tattoo done, and it left a hole, so good memories. But I got that one because my mom had always said I left the nest early. I went to live with my best friend and her mom when I was around 16, 17 because I was honestly an asshole, and I wanted to, and my parents really, I was awful. If I wanted to leave, I wouldn't ask permission, which is terrible, and I can't believe now that I'm older that I even acted that way. But yes, I was a bad kid, and I left a little early to go live with my friend and her mom, and then halfway through senior year, kind of towards the end of it, honestly, I moved out of her house, her mom's house, because I was, again, a badass kid, and that's not my parents' fault. My other siblings turned out fine. I don't know why I decided to act out. I guess it was the people I was hanging out with. I don't know. It was just because I was bad. But regardless, I have turned myself around, and I'm not a badass person, but I was a bad kid. So anyways, so I left early and went and lived with her. Got my own apartment at the first time when I was 17. But I got that because my mom always said I left the nest early, and I liked the birds leaving. That was, like, popular, and so I decided, yeah, I'm going to do that for my mom for leaving the nest early. And I don't, people always ask me if I regret my tattoos. I don't regret any of my tattoos. I wouldn't get all my tattoos again if you asked me, like, today, like, do you want this? I'd be like, no, I'm okay. But at a point in my life, each and every tattoo I have had a meaning or has a meaning and made me happy. So honestly, it's like a timeline of events and happiness on my body. I don't regret any of it at all, honestly. If I could go back and tell myself, not to get tattoos, I wouldn't. They all made me very happy. They all have some kind of meaning. Some of them are more meaningful than others. But I'm taking the Ace Beaute, and it's the Bronzed in Paradise palette. And I'm just going around my face and my cheeks. So another tattoo, especially with y'all that you see kind of often with me, is my Create, and I have Destroy. And honestly, my customers at my restaurant or at the restaurant I work at are constantly making fun of me about this because they're like, oh, you destroy things, you're a little 5-foot thing, what are you destroying? Okay, look, I got it because everybody has the power to either destroy or create, to be positive or negative, to do bad or good. So that was kind of my, evil and good side. That was kind of my take on it, destroy and create. And I honestly really like them. I don't, even if people make fun of me, I really like them. So I just use the Girl Powder Autobalm on my cheeks. But yeah, so I definitely don't regret those, even though people like to make fun a lot about those. I don't know why. It's funny to some people that I'm so tiny and I'm saying destroy something. I don't know. I'm going to use my Voss Lip Treatment because my lips are very dry feeling. So those are 3 of my tattoos. I got this one on my chest. I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you anything too but so it is actually a sun, a moon, and a star. Everybody looks at it and they're like, is that a dragon or whatever? Okay, so this one could have been executed better. But I still don't regret it. It says Dia underneath, DEA, which is Latin for goddess. So me and my best friend when we were younger, she got the same tattoo in the same place. And we thought we were goddesses. I mean, we are goddesses, okay? But we thought we were just like badass, like, I don't know. So we got matching tattoos, and honestly, I don't regret it because some of my best times were spent with her, because she was just such a great friend. But those were also some crazy times where we, like, honestly, there are times I look back and I'm like, I could have died. Or like, I wasn't thinking. Like, why weren't you thinking? I'm going to go in with this Sephora color right here. It's a highlight. But yeah, so I think about that sometimes. I'm like, we just acted so stupid. So, like I said, I wouldn't get that tattoo again now. Like, if you asked me, like, do you want it? But then I loved it. Me and her were happy with them. We showed them off like crazy. And yeah, I wouldn't take it back for anything because now I look back at it and I remember like some of those crazy days. And even though they were so crazy and scary, because not scary at the time, but scary looking back because like some bad things could have happened. But it was definitely good memories associated with it. So I definitely don't I don't think that I would take that back. Sorry, I was looking and I didn't. But yeah, so that's a few of the tattoos. On my back, it's going to be hard to show you, so I'm just going to kind of tell you. I have Detroit brass knuckles. I moved here from Detroit when I was in, what grade was I in? I was a sophomore or a junior in high school. And I moved here with my dad and my mom, my family. They're still married. I have 2 sisters and a brother. So I moved here, and that's when I started rebelling. I was mad about the move, and I was just sick of it, and I kind of went a little crazy. That's another one. People are like, "Oh yeah, you've got brass knuckles on your back." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." So next to that, I actually have a pride tattoo. It's 2 female symbols, and it says pride. So I did date females in my past. So I do have that tattoo on my body. I married a man. I'm married to my husband. So people always ask me, they're like, so are you going to get that covered up? No, I'm not going to get that covered up. I've thought about it, but I don't think, I mean, why? Because again, like, that's a piece of my past, and I'm still like all for pride. I'm just not gonna, that's still part of my life. So I've got that tattoo. And then at the bottom was my first tattoo ever, and I was 15. I'm going to take my Midnight Masquerade palette from Colourpop, which is my most used palette. So on my lower back, I have 4 stars and a butterfly. Alright, so I'm going to take these neutral shades and just put them in like the crease area. But, so the stars on my back, I've got 4 stars and a butterfly. The butterfly, like, stands for all the change that me and my, I don't know, siblings were going to go through. I got this when I was 15, and I was like, the butterfly is me. Like, I am, not me, but it's, the 4 stars were supposed to be me, my 2 sisters, and my brother. And then the butterfly was, like, how we were all changing and, like, going our, doing our different things, and, I guess I was 16 when I got this tattoo, actually. 16 was my first tattoo. But regardless, 15 or 16, I can't remember anything. But the butterfly was like us changing and like going our, going our different ways and doing our different things, even though we were young. So I don't really know. I guess I was, like I said, I was mad about the move and everything. And so I was like, rebelling, and I don't know. It was just, that's what I got. So it's pretty. I've had it touched up. I don't mind it. It's one of my only color tattoos because I usually go for black and gray. So I'm just taking another brush and kind of blending that out right now. So I also I'm going to take this Mama Odie and go, it's like a sparkly pink, and go just at the top. So on the back of my legs, I have bows with Charlie's name on one bow on one leg, and Austin's name over one bow on the other leg. And then from ankle to mid thigh, I have my roses. Those are my favorite. They're really thick vined. I'm going to put a picture up here because there's also a cover up at the bottom from an ex. I don't know why I did that. That was one that I still don't regret it because I got it covered up and like it's like a memory, but don't get people's names or dates tattooed on you. It's just stupid. But regardless, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. But so yeah, I have the roses on there. I've always loved roses. They are my favorite flower. I really like them. I think they're beautiful. And I just wanted something pretty and feminine. And I always would tell people, like, I liked roses because they're so beautiful, but they can hurt you. Like, they're beautiful, but slightly dangerous. And I don't know. I liked that. So when I was younger, I was like, I'm definitely a rose. Like, you know. So I got that tattooed. And they're beautiful, and I don't regret them at all. I'm going in with this Frog and Wife shade on the corner and bringing it over. I really didn't have a plan here, guys, so don't judge me. I'm just kind of doing whatever I feel like I wanted to do. But yeah, so those are some of my tattoos. The roses. So I also, on my thigh, I have love all, trust a few, do wrong to none written on one of them. And it is a quote that I really like. I think you should love all and trust very few and try to be kind and do wrong to nobody. But I liked that phrase and I got it tattooed. And I do still like it. And then on the other side, I have my grandfather passed away. Because my grandfather, he was my only grandfather. I honestly don't have like any uncles. I don't have a grandfather on my mom's side or great grandfather or anything like that. And on my dad's side, this was my grandfather. This was my only one. And when he passed away, it was one of those. It was the first death that really hit me hard. That was close to me. I mean, really close, like family-wise. I had family friends actually pass away. A few people I went to high school with, I had passed away before my grandfather, but this was, he was my first, like, family, and it did really hit me hard. I'm going to go in with some of this sparkle. I'm trying to decide, maybe I have another palette. No, I'm going to use all this palette, so I'm going to use this white sparkle. And I use my finger because it's really hard to use with a brush. So my grandfather passed away and he was a car person, and I honestly remember, like, those are some of my best memories with him, is I remember going to the car shows with him. Even though, like, I don't know, I was a kid, I wasn't really interested in the cars, but I remember, getting ice cream and walking around with him, and I loved it. So my grandfather, yes, his car is tattooed on me. It's a Ford, and it says Ride Free Grandpa on it. And it has his name on the license plate, and so that was very special to me. I'm going to use this brush and just put a little bit more of that dolly on it and go underneath my eye. But I'm trying to think. Another memorial tattoo I have, which I don't have a ton. I only have 2, but they stand for 3 people. So I have the one for my grandfather, and then I have these drafts. And it is a large draft and the 2 baby drafts, and it says 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. And my best friend, Kendra, passed away, and she was a great person. She was fun, and she loved my baby, and she was so excited for me, and she wanted kids of her own, but she ended up passing away in a motorcycle accident. And she used to sing this song. She was my roommate at one point. She worked with me at one point. She's just my best friend, and she used to sing this song that said, "You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there," because that's what friends are supposed to do. So the 1, 2, 3 I got tattooed for Kendra. Now the drafts, after Kendra died, me and one of her other close friends, Sarah, became very, very close. We both had kids, and we became close. So I'm going to put a little bit more of this up here. So we ended up becoming best friends because we had both lost Kendra, and we actually were similar in some ways. And I found it was nice. You know, it was nice having a friend, and it was kind of like a piece of Kendra, and I loved Sarah to death. She was a great friend, and she was always there for me. She was a lot like Kendra. They were good people, and she had an arm full of like animals and rainforest, and she loved tattoos. She wanted a full sleeve, and so her next one was actually, she had an appointment to go get Mama Giraffe and the 2 babies. Now she was going to get something like big and colorful, and she was very showy, and she was all about that kind of stuff. But I kind of went with my version, which is more like a black and more simple. So since we were all friends, you know, as all together, like we all knew each other, and like we were all friends because of each other, I actually got the drafts for Sarah and the 1, 2, 3 for Kendra. We had actually hung out together quite a few times. It was just me and Sarah just became really, really close when Kendra passed away. So I lost them, and that's what that tattoo, and that's probably my most meaningful tattoo. I absolutely, no regrets there whatsoever. People ask me about it all the time, and then they say sorry when I tell them, like, sorry I asked, and I tell them, no, like, please, I got it because I want their memory alive. I want people to ask about them. I want to have a reason to talk about them. So yeah, that is one of my most important tattoos on my actual body. Oh no. And I love it. So I have another one on my hip, and it says Mrs. Davis. So I got it, my maiden name was Garrett, and I got married and turned into a Davis. And so instead of getting anybody else's name tattooed on me, or a date or something that could change, because I'm not changing my name again. That was terrible. But yeah, so I got Mrs. Davis as like for my husband, for getting married, for myself. But it's something that's like, it's not somebody else's name. Like, that's my name. I'm Mrs. Davis. So I got that tattooed on my hip. This is the XXX Lilly Lash Mascara, by the way. So I honestly think I've gone over most of my tattoos with you all. Look, I'm looking because I can't even remember. I don't even remember. Yeah, I think that's most of them. If I forgot any, I'll talk about them another day, but that's most of my tattoos and their meanings. I don't know where my eyelash curler is, but I guess I'll just look. I know I'm not supposed to be, I just needed this to separate a little bit. Okay. So those are my Colourpop eyes. I love Colourpop. And this Midnight Masquerade is like, oh, it's just fabulous. This is my favorite palette. So those are my eyes. And this is pretty much how my makeup's going to look today. So I'm going to do Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find my brow stuff and try to put my brows on. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so I just brushed lightly with a little bit of the e.l.f. pencil into my brows. I don't do too much to them because I'm still trying to get used to doing my brows. So, alright guys, that was pretty much, I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I'm pretty, I wear my mask at work today. So you won't see anything but my eyes anyways, which they look great. So I'm going to go with that. But I want to thank you all for watching. I know I rambled on and on about a bunch of stuff that you might or might not care about. I'll list all the products I used below. And I thank you all for watching. Let me go ahead and spray my face with the All Nighter Urban Decay. Guys, honestly, this works wonderfully. One of the best setting sprays. One of the best setting sprays. I don't like the smell. Something about it is off to me. I don't know, but I'll use it. But something about the smell smells. It's like, I don't even know. It's a weird smell. I'll figure it out and I'll let you know one day. But so that is my finished Get Ready With Me. Thanks for listening about my kids and my tattoos. If you liked this video, we can do some more. Just let me know below. I'm going to try to get a little closer so you can see my eye. I was going for mermaid feels. I thought I would wear my mermaid mask today. I think so. So, please like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you all so much for watching. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.